Abusuya Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan ni spokesperson Kwasi Kwarteng ene Adomako Baafi ede ani ni nyina ye ni nsem bi a oka edefa Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan ho se wo se ye mpamo Dr. Mahamadu Baumia eno ena Kwasi Kwarteng se oboa na o mane educate ni kakra nsem o de kotudwa e wo Mampong
right wo se akra we de awutifie wo ne abusuya dwendwen mo ho na wate nkomo bi na pesa o TVB free mu tew lo Adomako Baafi wo ha Adom ma mientie o
107.3 inya perino no enti dedikai mamenchiaro nso mo fidi de edu eche pa me bi bunso ogu ho na me tekere akoso sa na me so fata umum na me fafo ba ya se me se inya peni studio na oche asemekusi o Mampong no but me de inya perino no enti mi susu se bia se de no si chirim no se de bu bia full facts no ana wonyae
Kwasi Kwarteng say once to da bia the article kan no wan hu asechere Kwarteng say
no kwese eno ntina mafre no
okay
right what is most important is to put the facts there so
and then no kan ye and then na wo patch because we be can someone in communication no we be a one good communicator may think say nipa no or can say so e bia na nipa na dwene mu no na ya de from me patch and then the see then no kan
bono utie me se o communicate na enipa be enum randomly free na onu mususu say it doesn't represent the facts. It is not really about what you meant, and I said na ususu say but how people understood it no emum na the real communication. But I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is I want to put on record the facts I happen and what can the Japan meant. Me Mampong hona mi hobi bono paso utie me Mampong hona mi hobi ye kodru hono na emse Mampong hima my around 2 p.m. round ze ira kende ya no de time so pa enti bo be 11 na e dru ho na je say 11 to 2 de muwa enti MP na frɛ ye ko ni fi ma okoji ye ma e be try ana no kwedi papa no minim so a very serviceable sir. One fact akwanya iso mona baso. But fast forward, party for those say padi bi ba wa no matter say asemesi na obenten wa ha. Enti won mu nyina tuba ho say repe ewa kenatia no. Afi fi ho lete say wan hwe ya eyiru ka bitu aba Kennedy baby a Kennedy wono. Enti MP kwa advice say na Kennedy share party benefo na on share say be ya obi ya o sorry aba na ho no. Enkoye bibia ho. Okwe ishia and also a manufacturer Siadia should be a blue party in Komoya de Eba. But let me put on record and for purpose of clarity say nobody speaks out of a vacuum. The MPP party no a catch for party. Should be a blue and then the BBA and Kayaka the intellectual community and our party a boo who say intelligentsia party a catch for party all over the world, not even in Africa, until the MPP film. And it would be certain comments, certain statements to be ordering your party issues to a fire internal elections. So this has been the history of the party. Is an invitation for any other person to also comment on him. So Bekaya, your former vice president, Dr. Baumia. Now on many platforms, Mekamia, thank you to Enamika Home. Now we're making a lot of statements on many platforms. Say MPP history in India. Obviously, you should understand him. Presidential candidate, no one is ready who so be your minus or bore minor. Na Sebiabu uncle ye, and certainly he will speak for himself. So, Chimwa Praka say, who had Ghana cry in political history, will be anywhere, walk off first time, I'm talk amano. And my question say, President Rawlings was a first timer, President Mahama was a first timer. A chain or a narrow conversation to MPP. Politics, MPP there will be anywhere at Nakobako. He made reference to Papa Kofo, so Kaya, or some making reference to President Akufo-Addo. And so when Ken had an opportunity to speak, also we share party follow. Now, when disputing what Dr. Baumia said, all what the Honorable Ken Agyapong was doing was to give a proper historical details just to reinforce what Dr. Baumia said. Indeed, Dr. Baumia said, "Mokai ene yanokwe." Ampa obi nipa bebre wo a wono mokwa ye bo mokọ ne mienu ne miensa so But one more Ken was only drawing the attention is that there is a context to it, and that context is the context of performance. Say, Oshe Abakofua, one year two Abamano, somewhere last part of April 96. Now Osha or the bear 3 months a campaign. Be a people may think say na April or the 3 months a campaign because he elected in April in Prime Minister. Roughly so the bear 4 months a share of running mate Emma party for Jini Tuma. You are looking about around August September. It is a president before you sue just 3 good months or 4 months to campaign. No to be fully 39%. I can forecast I'm for a day a challenge to us. Now, fast forward, even moving beyond Kofi. Over President Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo had not had an opportunity to become a vice president. No, yeah, even vice presidential candidate. We have Dr. Mahamadu Baafi. What is Uncle Paul Kwabwan? What him turn home? I'm our project in a party for who knew my power by a year and one also year for the past 16 years. But the highest office that President Akufo-Addo then had was just a minister of state. Just on the first time, the popularity to me the party in the runoff. To the sense that time of Kolusu with around 23,000 votes. Beyond that, the next election, Kwana Kwakwato, the new Hoka need to be said President Akufo-Addo a day, it really needs to change and Famano. And she did see me about a tougher. And it's okay. President Akufo-Addo after court made a very profound statement. Say, I disagree with the verdict of the court, but I accept. Now, the Kenya no bottom line now because any idea even beyond that, President Akufo-Addo and Kofi was based on the performance of the Oshui. The first attempt 23,000. Kofi had just 3 months, still to pull 39%. Then very finally has to do with Papa Edubuahin. One more from party by. One more party for one party by Impono. Said your core Sabre Rollins regime, the culture of silence then, one more team to my campaign crown when the performance was not good party for Zero. And the Ken was only giving an account to support what Dr. Baafi said. Yes, that they all kind of partly it is correct, but to give it in a proper context, why not the party for one day and and secondly, no, Dr. Edubuahin is a testimony say and power not the day and now, then the Ken Kwana Assembly. A bra, yet to a barrier.
And yet too early for party leaders. Some starting at to Sansem way gum.
Well, Busa very intelligent question, Pam Menyajo. Sebia Bu, Sebia Nado, once more can Meno Yaje. But first of all, if somebody is reacting to a statement that is already out there, don't we also have to find out, say, why even in the first place? They didn't make even that statement even in the first place. Because Ken was not responding to a vacuum. He was responding to a statement that now nobody has ever commented on it. At that time, nobody saw it to be too early. But when somebody responds to it, we believe that it is too early. Yes, it may be too early. I agree. Be a party, I'm MPP first before I support any candidate. It may be too early. But it was not a statement born out of nothing. It was a statement which was in reacting to Semana Afebia Kano for the past 3 months, and it will be able to say it too well.
Okay, well,
so what the matter?
Let me say, some man for can on so person no. But yeah, lawyer say me Mountia say na Kennedy, but a general advice na what the party for.
Kwasi.
Oh, na say ne say be you Kennedy you go come Mampong so am Dr. Baafi. Hey, more
Hello.
No, family wa ha.
Wo fa na me so papa no, sanse me so papa free Dwansa.
Dwansa sante achem.
Yes. Etie ni papa. Enukure ni take akire bokuro. I will have waited senka wutie de make no. Na mom yate ene sa advice say ba ko na mienu miensa ka. Sebi. Enti Kwasi, you are a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a communication expert. Eni pensi akonu wi. And I read here. Yan to say Sianum no de pepe. So that is the point one. Number two, we say he didn't speak in a vacuum. So he was being reactive. But politics are you shouldn't be reactive. So at least you could have also put in the different context. But one Casacriano, say, oh, yeah, indict him in your opinion. He say he didn't speak in a vacuum, but he was reacting. Oh, yeah, me say. Oputu question no. Me say my approach is generic. The records are there. Me nan saying iraba omia. Ekodru baby a ne nsem no bitwitwi ya na calculate say na Akufo-Addo de no. I stood against it. Me no mienu me manyi chen kakra ye mrantie kan no de baby o madure no nyame etwa mo 30 years from beko. But it's about the party. It's about the party. Me di ba omiachi udi kanachi ya nyatamfo ye hia ye. But me and me boss ekasa ya mempe no. I came and said Dabi, just as I spoke for Kufuor, I'll speak for Akufo-Addo.
Right.
Anything what any saying? And your foot to the mind, especially crowds who say, Sabi in communication, no agenda setting is key. Their mama said we see bomb may any one city or their country against 11, no, and now no the take it shine. Okay. And into said their mimic me fetch na me too ba omiafo no. Can you be a bro foot so? And I know say or respect you so much. Say openi yenya botra ebeboa. There is no need say we be kana me so meka. Ade be no there will be another agenda. Yeah. Na NDC for no take advantage.
Enter person DC cancel.
Me ya.
Cancel.
Me ya.
Bibi ni ho a yem fancy na ye to
so. Say what the me wa fa final comment. Me so the final comment. 107.3. Oh, fa just.
Got to be joke on yanko cancel.
Just 1 minute. Say me ne me a no fa say me ba. Mo fa Adomako Baafi. Me ne no e adwen e kwan a waka nyina so. Se bia bru afane afanka no nche se bonti so ni me de e me fanko. Eno de me gitum ana o se pedifo kwa ka se bio edru se akoya to na akoya prayer. Enim say a face that a party no ye go through. You be move from there. Na ni nyina no se de abibia no preach me say Dr. Bawumia so preach Ken so preach no. Unity say nyina be kan ho aye de abom. Sometimes ya na dey eche no we may be so passionate to cry do cry na ono nsem no yakwadia to mu cry defend am na aye de abroso. But if we are all preaching peace, I agree. Then we say baby edru no say the sika ya no asemi na twetwe asemi ya de ebae. But ye mani nyina anya de ensi ho na yenka mom na Nyankopon pa de party for be ni bia no obia be di nachi ama ade munyam abre party.
Inshallah. Cancel.
Bra.
That's cancel. Bra kwesi.
Eso me that's bra.
Any money. Baby abedro no de. Yenya ye de nto no na nkrofo ne mfa ngu o mo so. Ya anya ne sa de akwasi ye ni da ache.